It's the highest.
What's Matt's OG Kush is the highest?
31. But I haven't been down there in about 3 months or 4 months, so I don't know. Everybody changed.
Didn't you say 34 at one point?
It was 31 or 32. It was pretty. I had the paperwork. He goes, I guess. But now they had a new company that's doing this for the Valley. These guys are trying to stay decent. So when the cops come, Obama comes, they're going to try to show them that what they're doing. Yeah. So these guys have a card. When you go get the weed now, there's a card. It's signed with a phone number if you want to call the labs. And it has a percentage of weed, what you're getting, and it also has it for the edibles.
It seems what Obama's trying to do is they're trying to cut off the big scale operations.
They're just, I think they're just trying to deal with the people that are fucking it up. And
guys, they ain't doing shit. Okay, they ain't doing nothing. They ain't doing nothing. Nothing. I buy weed at the same fucking place for the last 4 fucking years. They ain't doing nothing. This is for the papers, I know. But the places that are selling illegal, if you go to a decent place, I've been going to the same place for 2 fucking years. Yeah. They didn't shut nothing. Yeah, they're not shutting nothing. These are all rumors. These are all stories.
These are all just bad places.
Yeah, this is bullshit. They ain't shut. Look at dog. They made a fucking face. Does this look like they're slowing this shit up, Joe Rogan? Does this look like Obama's slowing process up? He ain't doing dick, people. So stop twitting me with your dumb shit. Obama's gonna close the stores in 30 days. He ain't doing shit. Because you see Occupy LA and Occupy's failed. You fucking lock up these weed store now and see the problem these motherfuckers are gonna have downtown. This will be real. You got people, you got 500,000 people with drug licenses now. Close to 1 million. Do you think it's slowing down when they're making a fucking pen that has hash oil in it at 30%? Yeah, they're really shutting them down. Oh, wow. Let's panic. You stupid motherfuckers. Don't you understand that money supersizes everything, you dumb motherfuckers? No, they're going to sit there in Washington and say, no, let those fucking hippies out there grow weed. Fuck you. They're making billions. It's keeping this state alive. It's keeping the state alive. These are a bunch of losers running the state. They ain't closing dick. So for all you idiots that twit me every time an article comes out, they're closing 1 store a week. And the reason why they're closing is because they're out there basically peddling the weed and giving it away. Nobody else is getting shut down.
Well, I don't think they did that at Oaksterdam. I think at Oaksterdam they're teaching people how to grow weed.
Fuck Oaksterdam. There's a bunch of, you know what happens is, Oaksterdam got a bunch of white kids that got big fucking mouths. Shut your fucking mouth. That's what the problem is. Shut your fucking mouth. Everybody wants to be a hippie and a deadhead. Shut your fucking mouth, okay? Shut your fucking mouth. Stop with the butane and everything. This is weed. So does this look like Obama's slowing shit down? Does it? I take a cap off and fucking hit it. Does this look like it? You stupid motherfuckers. They ain't shutting nothing down. It's keeping the lights on in this state. It's not doing anything. So forget that. There's no war on drugs. The war on drugs was 30 years ago, and they're shipping in what? 19 metric tons of cocaine by the year into this country. So what war on drugs are you people talking about? I heard something very interesting last week. I listened to the Graham Hancock podcast when he was on here.
Yeah.
He talked about that we're locking people up for raising our consciousness. That the country is locking people. What's he talking about?
Yeah.
What's he talking about? We're locking up drug dealers.
No,
okay. I've been smoking dope for 30 fucking years. I never got popped. It's bullshit, Joe.
People get caught that are users
and what
too.
And what do they do to you?
Especially if you're using like acid or something along those lines.
And how long do they throw you in jail for?
I don't know.
A lot for acid.
When was the last time you read about acid?
No, there was a big bust recently at a college where kids were selling it. They sold like $250,000 worth of acid.
That's who makes the acid. It's the college town.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for college kids, we wouldn't have those drugs still. It would just be blow and heroin. They're keeping it fucking alive. But you don't read about this shit. But what killed me when I was reading, he made a lot of great points. He made a lot of great points in his thing. But I was like, what is he talking about? We got to put drug dealers. We have laws.
Right.
And we have to put drug dealers in jail. They put me in jail. I didn't go. I get called for kidnapping. But it all started by raising my consciousness.
Right.
You know, some consciousness you have to raise. You know, I was telling these guys at the Ice House last night that I did heroin 3 times in 2007 before I quit doing blow. And I didn't do blow that whole summer. And here I was thinking that the heroin cured my blow. Like I was ready to call Dr. Drew and go, you're a dumb cunt. Okay, you're over there hypnotizing white kids, and I just did 3 $7 bags of heroin. I haven't touched blow. I'm sorry, what happened? I haven't touched blow the whole summer. It raised my consciousness, Red Band, to the level that I didn't snort coke. You follow me? I mean, it was still bad. Can you imagine? You got to quit coke by doing heroin. But it raised my... Anything that raises your conscience lets you know something's bad. Like that whole summer, I kept going, man, thank God I did the heroin and let me feel how bad the cocaine is. You know what I'm saying? Like, but Joe, I'm cured. I never did it again. So it raised my consciousness. Nobody put me in jail. I didn't understand what he was tapping at. I understand somebody does something wrong, you get caught selling drugs. But I really never met nobody who got thrown in jail because he got pulled over.
So what you're saying is that he's exaggerating.
No, I didn't say anything.
People that are going to jail, and it's the dealers, not the users.
Well, name me one guy that's in jail for doing drugs. Find him online.
Well, there was a kid that got arrested recently in Texas, and he had his medical marijuana on him. It was just his, and he's going to trial right now. They're taking him to trial, and he faces a certain amount of years. I forget what the exact number is, but they're going to put him in jail. They want to put him in jail to make an example of the fact that you can't have medical marijuana and take it with you to Texas and think that your state's laws apply to Texas. Yes. Oh. So I think it's a precedent-setting law. So in that kid's case, it wraps around the idea of the laws, the medical marijuana laws, and whether or not they're even legitimate. There's states that won't even consider it. They don't think it's legitimate.
That's why I'll stay here for now.
Yeah, it's so archaic. It's so archaic that there's a goddamn mountain of information now, and the information can tell you that it's relatively harmless. And then you compare it to all the things that are legal. No one should ever get hassled for it. No one should ever get pulled over for it. No one should ever get arrested for it. No one should ever get fined for it. It is relatively innocuous to our society.
You know how embarrassing
should children be able to use it? No, they shouldn't. But guess what? They shouldn't be able to use alcohol. They shouldn't be able to use heroin. They shouldn't be able to use any conscious altering thing before they get their fucking shit together. I agree with that.
It's 2013, and what you mean to tell me is that somebody would get arrested for smoking pot in this country?
They still can.
2012, 2013, I'm fucking stoned. And people are still getting arrested. How sad is that?
It's pathetic.
All the problems that we really have in this country.
Yeah.
You're going to come and fucking handcuff me for fucking having a quarter ounce.
Well, look what's going on in Florida. I mean, that thing in Florida that we talked about where the kid was arrested by his girlfriend. He thought he was in love with some chick. Turns out she was an undercover cop. She went to high school, 25-year-old woman, went to high school and pretended to be friends with kids.
Yeah, but there's got to be a by the way there. We're going to get, something's got to overturn that. A good attorney
will overturn they're going to overturn
it. A good attorney would overturn it.
But it's still the fact that this kid has to go to court and that anybody would waste resources going after a 15-year-old kid who didn't even sell her the weed. The kid didn't even sell it to her. He got it to her for free. She kept asking him about weed. He didn't even smoke weed. The kid was an honor roll student.
And let me tell you something. It's a
perfect story.
I've been involved in drugs for 30 fucking years at all levels. And if you can't look at somebody and put a cop uniform on them and know they're a fucking undercover cop, you shouldn't be doing drugs. Because when you smoke a joint, you should be enlightened to see this shit. I know when I smell a cop. I smell a fucking cop.
A 15-year-old kid with a boner, you think should be able to tell a 25-year-old hot chick?
I was around killers.
I would have imagined that it would even be something that someone would consider.
And consider doing. That's why I'm not even sweating it. I would sue. I'd not only overturn that, but I would sue that fucking bitch and that police department and that fucking jurisdiction for everything they got. That fucking townhouse would be called Joey Diaz fucking Memorial fucking Townhouse.
And with that, ladies and gentlemen,
suckers,
let's pull this fucking boat into the beach and dock it. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, Joey Diaz has provided hours of free entertainment. Let us give him a big round of applause.
Come Joey.
You're a goddamn classic. Come see us. Are you going to do the Ice House Friday?
No.
What are you doing Friday?
I got some fucking